Okay, this is July 8th, 2018, and even though I feel like I've already given the trolls more than their fair share of my time lately, and I have lots of things, better things, I think, to do with my time, I do kind of find them interesting creatures, and a week or two ago, they had it came to my attention that they had done this little video. They've done videos of me before. They like compile, they take things and I really don't know why I'm so fascinating to them, but it's kind of flattering in a way, because of all the things they could do with their time, of all the people they could be associating with, of all the ways they could really be productive. Instead, they're focusing on me. And I'm like, what is it? What is it about me? It's really, there's nothing about me that I think deserves this kind of attention they're giving me. And that, like I said, that's kind of makes them strangely fascinating to me. But anyway, a friend of mine happened across this video, which when I did a video answering the trolls, I was going to address this video that they made. And when I have not watched this in its entirety. I watched part of it, and I could tell you. Well, we'll just watch it together. So where is it? It's at Buck Stop Studios. Buck Stop Studios on Facebook. Buck Stop Studios. And then they've got a YouTube. No, maybe that's not what it is. Maybe it's... What is it? Where did it go? Buck Stop. Is that what it is? Let's see here. I'm sorry. Let me pause this for a minute. Okay, I was wrong. It wasn't Facebook. It's YouTube. Buck Stop Studios. And I'm not even going to... This is some people associate... some other people. Oh, there's me, Lydia, 5 Minutes of Crazy. Oh, they've got another video of me on there. How about that? And that looks like that's from... well, I don't know when that's from. Last year? So anyway, but the one I was going to answer is this one. It's just called Lydia. I think it went up about 13 hours ago. Okay, it starts out with the June 15, 2015 Order of Protection hearing. That's Sarah Rice Digby making all these false allegations against me. This entire hearing is on Facebook, I don't think it's on Facebook, it's on YouTube. On my channel, Lydia Hubble, I think it might just say June 15, 2015 Order Protection hearing, something like that. I can put a link to it in here. So she just goes on. This Sarah Rice, her name was Sarah Rice at that time. She got married in December 2016, I guess. And she is a graduate of the Vanderbilt School of Law, same as Judge Sheila Calloway. She is one of the most despicable human beings I've ever had the displeasure of having been engaged with. She lies. She has... she's extremely unethical in other ways. She has zero respect for the Constitution. She has zero respect for... I mean, I can say she with nothing to work on, with not a leg to stand on legally, she got away with all kinds of stuff. When we started out, I was pro se. And I have got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pages they're false allegations, and they're like, oh, I don't lie. I'm like, when did I lie? I'm like, look at my answers to your allegations. Everything when I say deny and I back it up, especially when I back it up with, let me stop this, with the truth. I mean, blatant lies, absolutely blatant lies, like going in here and telling Judge Robinson that, well, my daughter's dad, that's one thing she was good at, is zealously representing her client, regardless of how many rules she had to break to do it. But my daughter's dad, in his petition, I should post that. Some of this, I mean, this stuff is like 4 years old. I could probably fill up a filing cabinet and a half, probably, with all the paperwork and proof and evidence and stuff that's been submitted into evidence in this case. But he has lied, and he has committed perjury in every single petition he's filed, all of these affidavits he's made to have me arrested. But in this, you know, and I've got proof that he's lying, and nobody cares. And a lot of it's not admissible. That's why I'm putting a lot of it on YouTube, is to show he lied about this. Here's the proof he was lying. But that hearing where he said he had custody, and if you're really interested, you can go watch the 45-minute hearing. You can read. I think I put a lot of information in the description of the video. I'm just so tired of going over things over and over and over again. But this whole case was based on lies, and the lies continue. And that's why I'm putting stuff out there. And I did at some point say, if you've got any questions, just let me know what you questioned. And then these trolls like, well, why don't you do this? You do this. Your daughter hates you. Why don't you just accept it? And your daughter is so much better off with you. I hope you never see your daughter again. So those are the kind of things these trolls say. And why won't you let anybody into your house? Does your daughter even have her own room? Yes, yes, yes. She does have her own room. She's got her own bed. She's got her own room. I have made some changes. I think they're positive changes. They're changes I was going to do anyway. The trolls have accused me of being racist. They've accused me of being a drug abuser. They've accused me of, what else? All kinds of stuff. I don't know what I did with my, I made a list of some of the things. Just some of them. I mean, they say my daughter hates me. The things I'm doing are, you know, I've abused my daughter. The things I'm doing are harmful to her. The one where they say my daughter doesn't love me. I mean, that's one of my favorite things they've said. Your daughter doesn't love you. Get used to it. And because it's those kind of lies, just hateful lies. They just tell over and over and over again. And you know, they don't bother me, and I don't think they bother my daughter either. I mean, we can just say that's really mean, and those people, that we should pray for those people. They're really sick. They've got something really wrong with them to be acting like that, and to not be concerned with the truth. And you know, your opinion's your opinion, and you know, you have a right to your opinion. You have a right to express your opinion, and that's what I said in my, here we go. They've accused me of being racist, of being a drug abuser, of being unloved by my child, and that I should get used to it, of having no income, of having broken into my daughter's dad's house. They claim to be concerned about my child. The group of trolls, they claim to be concerned about children and keeping children away, protected from bad parents. And it's just mind blowing to me what the things they say over and over again, and then they kind of have fake profiles, and over and over again they come to my page and then they post stupid stuff. And then my mom, bless her heart, she like tried to answer them, thinking they were normal people who would respond to reason, but she's like, I'm gonna have to close my Facebook page and start another account. And I'm like, don't do that. Just delete them. They're like mosquitoes. Just keep swatting them. So, okay, here we go on, and this is what they do. And I'm really impressed with, they've got some, I wish I was as talented as these people are with whoever's doing these videos and splicing things together. It's really impressive. So, they're taking a video. I'm singing Bad Moon Rising. And this is back 2016, when I was complying. They say I don't comply with the court orders. Yeah, I complied with the court orders, and it was time for me to move. I never should have been on supervised visits to start with. I mean, they order that against the law, absolutely against the law, and then my daughter's dad was so freaked out that at the prospect of me having unsupervised time with my daughter, and which makes me wonder, what is it he's afraid she's going to do or tell me, or why is it, or what is he afraid I'm going to tell her? What is it that it freaks him out that I might be alone with my daughter? So in September and October, he said he did not feel like it was in my daughter's best interest to even have supervised visits with me. Nobody could control me. And I'm when people say stuff like that, I just wonder, what is it that makes you think you have a right to control somebody else and somebody else's relationships? I mean, that's sick. So, the visitation supervisor, I'd spent 2 months having supervised visits, and she said the mother's got good parenting skills. The concerns she raised were concerns about him, but I don't think she, and it's all in the court record. She's concerned about his parenting skills because of the way my daughter acted with him. But she wasn't supervising him; she was supervising me. And she said our interactions were appropriate, and we should, we did not need supervision, and I should be having unsupervised contact. So when she said that, he freaked out, and I went 2 months. He just was determined he's not going to let me have any contact with my daughter at all. After he'd gone a year with not using that order of protection from Philip Robinson, no contact for a year. My daughter falls apart emotionally because of what he's doing. So he's had total control for a year, and he doesn't want to give any of that up. So so when I did this Bad Moon Rising, I was like, okay, and I have to say I was wrong about. I had far too much confidence in the legal system when I did this. I thought, okay, now I've got a lawyer. All this stuff happened, all this injustice happened because I didn't have a lawyer. And that's what people were telling me. They're like, oh, if you only had a lawyer. People who know me, know the situation, know my daughter, know what kind of a mother I am, know what a travesty this is. They blamed it on, well, this wouldn't have happened if you just had a lawyer. So I thought, okay, I'll get a lawyer. And then I found out it doesn't matter if you've got a lawyer or not. If you've got a biased judge, you're screwed. So, but anyway, this is when I was still hopeful. And I felt like my daughter was going to get to have both parents in her life again. My daughter's life was going to get stabilized again. She was going to be happy and healthy and well-adjusted again. And somebody was going to say no to the people who were doing bad stuff, which is not me. I still defy the trolls. Show me. I have asked them again and again. Show me any definite proof, which is what the law requires. Show me definite proof that my daughter has been harmed by me ever. Ever. And they say, oh, this isn't good. This is, but that's their opinion. And they still can't, they can't say, you're not supposed to make court orders based on speculation. And they can't even articulate, what have I ever done? And then they're like, oh, the father loves the child and he's taking care of her and you can't take care of her. That's not what the evidence shows. They're just, I really don't know why do they say that? Especially why do they say that when, if they're just trying to be mean and hurt my feelings and get a rise out of me, it's not working. So what motivates them? I don't know. But anyway, so this is my song. This is from, I guess, 2016, Bad Moon Rising. And I'm like, oh, because I use songs to keep positive and encouraged and to express myself, when I'm sad. And I use songs for all kinds of things. So, but this is a song I want to sing. Like I felt like, okay, this is almost 2 years ago, and I was expecting justice to be served, and yeah, I was expecting the Court of Appeals to do more than what they did. They reversed a unconstitutional gag order, which is one of the things, that's a pretty big thing. But the very fact that the judge would make that in the first place, the very fact that a licensed attorney would make that kind of request, would be asking for unconstitutional orders, that's really concerning to me. So anyway, this is Bad Moon Rising. Okay, judgment's coming. Judgment's coming. And then it switches over to, this was May 2, and I just put the good, the bad, and the ugly out there. I'm not somebody who is, I used to be a lot more judgmental and self-righteous until God humbled me. And I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm not trying to pretend to be a better mother than I am, except I really am a pretty awesome mother, especially with Delara. And because she's very much at a disadvantage, but the disadvantages that my two older kids didn't have to experience. And the fact that those first 5.5 years, 6.5 years, yeah, even that year between 5.5 and 6.5, when there was court involvement, it wasn't that bad. I felt we were holding our own. Nothing just really freaky happened. I wasn't really concerned about my daughter. She had some problems, but I was expecting them because of the situation they put my daughter in. But I felt like things were going to be okay. So, but anyway, so this was my 7th time getting arrested in the past 3 years, and I'm sick of being arrested time and by the way, this charge was dismissed just as I knew it would. I'm the one being harassed here. I'm not, my daughter's dad feels like he's being harassed. He has to go out of his way. And I really don't feel like these trolls are harassing me. I really don't. I kind of feel like, so if they're saying I'm harassing my daughter's dad, they're trying to do the same thing to me, only I don't feel harassed. My daughter's dad definitely feels he's got a lot of stress because of me speaking out against what's going on. But that's his problem. He needs to deal with that. He created this problem, all this drama, he started it. And I begged him for years to get some help for his emotional problems. And when he hired this attorney, I told her and I told him he doesn't need a lawyer, he needs a therapist. I had no idea things were going to get as bad as they did in court. But anyway, this day, May 2nd, 2018, there was a policeman, he came to my door. I almost didn't hear him because the fan was blowing in. And I'm like, was there something at my door? And I went, and I didn't see anybody, but my dog was acting like there was somebody out there. And then the policeman was coming up, and he said, I need you to come out here and talk to me. And I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, finally he said, there's a warrant out for your arrest. And I said, I'm not coming out there. And I shut the door. And then I came and I got on the phone. I do not recommend that anybody do what I did. And that's why I say good and bad and the ugly. This was not appropriate behavior. And it might not have even been safe behavior. But I did it. I'm not taking it down. I can't say that I'm really ashamed of it. I think I wished I hadn't been put in this position. So, and I did. I just like, okay, I got to make sure if I'm going to jail, I don't know how many days I'm going to be there. I'm going to let people know there's a warrant out for my arrest. I need to figure out how am I going to get out. I didn't know what my bail was till I got to jail. And my bail has been as high as $5,000. But when I talked to the commissioner and I told her what was going on, they set it for $1,000, which is pretty low. They go lower than that. And in my case, because it's like a order protection violation or domestic, they won't let you just out on your own recognizance. Apparently, that's what they told me. So my brother ended up bailing me out. So I'm like, okay, I gotta let everybody know. And if I'm gonna be in jail, I didn't know how long I'd be in jail. So I'm like, okay, let me feed all my animals. Let me clean out the litter box. Make sure, let me set things in order so that life will go on without me for 2 or 3 or 4 days. The longest I've been in jail is 3 days and 3 nights. And I think that's happened like twice. I've been there 3 days twice. So, and I'm just mad, and I wanted to process this and deal with it. And somebody's going to be mad. Turns out the police, when they came back, it was a bunch. There were at least 3 police cars. But anyway, so they go between Bad Moon Rising, I'm seeking justice, expecting justice to come. And then it's got me on the phone with the police department. And they put the words there, Lydia on the phone with the police department. Because I called them and I said, okay, and now they go, switches back, say it switches back, better get ready. And talk about, I don't know if you can hear this. Well, you can go look at it. It's just Lydia under Buck Stop Studios, the channel. So, okay. There I'm on the phone with the police department again. That's my address. I turned myself in. I got things I need to do. Put in order. It was 2 or 3 hours. And I sang a lot. While I was getting myself ready to turn myself in. Back to my Bad Moon Rising video. Everybody better get ready. Justice is coming. Judgment. Back to my May 2nd. On the phone with the police department. I said, tell them to go away. I'll promise to turn myself in. I was going to have somebody take me downtown, but I ended up calling the police and say, I'm ready to go now. Come get me. And that's Bad Moon Rising. And this, okay, let me stop this for a minute. Okay, this is, I haven't watched the whole video. I've seen this before. And I've told them, this is a lie. Because what they've done is they've got, my friend was, when the police came, when I told him, and I waited like an hour. I'm like, I said I was ready to go. What's taking y'all so long to get back out here? And so it was dark when they came. And she was recording it. And I don't know why they did this, but I'm gonna turn it on, and it said, I'll show you. That's what this is. It was May 2nd, evening May 2nd, after the police came. And it says, they put these words, and how do they get the words to scroll? Look, the words are scrolling up. It says, the child filming this is 9 years old. And by the way, I apologize. The police officer and I had a heart-to-heart conversation on the way to booking, and we left on good terms. I apologized and kind of told him some of why I was so frustrated, and he was like, "Well, I'm the one with the badge and the gun," and because yeah, I mean, if you challenge their authority, I mean, you could get shot and killed, and, you know, unfortunately, that happens sometimes. Didn't happen to me, but, I can't say if the same thing happened again, would I immediately go out there or not, because I don't know. I know I should, but I'm just so sick of these people misusing the legal system and making my life miserable and destroying my daughter. And it's affecting my whole family and my friends. And then when I go to the police and say, can I have him arrested for harassment? Can I have him arrested for making these false reports? Can I have him, oh no, that's civil. You have to have a lawyer to go file for that in civil court. Perjury? Can they arrest him for perjury? Oh no, we can't arrest people for perjury. That's up to the judge that's lied to. They're the only ones who can do that. So it's frustrating. So this is, good, bad, and the ugly. I acted kind of ugly, but I don't know. People can look at other people and judge all they want to, but unless you're going through that, you don't know. You don't know. You might say, oh, you should have done this, and I would have, if I were you, this is what I would have done. You can say that all you want. You can think that all you want, but till you're going through it, you don't know. You don't know. And I know what should be happening, and it's not happening, so I don't think it's that hard to understand that when things that shouldn't be happening are happening to me, I respond in a way that is less than ideal. So, anyway, but I have a problem with them saying the child filming this is 9 years old, because that's a lie. Where do they even get that information? What makes them think there was a child filming this? And what makes them think the child is 9 years old? So anybody watching this video, there's this Latin maxim they use in court. They say it in Latin, and it means false in one thing, false in everything. So once somebody tells a big whopper like this, you don't really have any reason to accept anything else they say as truth. And that's kind of why I'm glad they put this in here. And the things that I say, and the court hearings and stuff, and I have been honest, telling the truth, even when it hurts, even when it makes me look bad. And they can't say I'm lying about anything. But they're lying. So let's see what else they got here.
I said.
Me arguing with the police. He was a little bit rougher. It was the same guy who had come before, and I think he was kind of he was aggravated with me, and he was like is kind of dragging me. Okay, back. They got the sound back for I dropped my pick there. Bad Moon Rising, and then that's. I don't know how they turn the sound off and on, because there a minute ago they had the background sound off, and then they had the video that's superimposed here. They had that sound on. I don't know how they did that. That's like I said, that's pretty impressive too. So me singing Bad Moon Rising messed my cord up there, and that's still the police video. So the person filming this is a friend of mine who's got 3 kids. She's in her late 20s at least. Why are they putting on here that the child filming this is 9 years old? Are they trying to say it was my daughter filming this? Watching her mother being carried off to jail and arguing with the police? Is that what they're trying to do? My daughter is 9 years old.
No, but my mom called me and told me that.
Okay.
I don't know. I just.
What's this one? Is that still Bad Moon Rising? Yeah, this is still Bad Moon Rising. think these trolls have watched every second of every video. I've got like 200 videos up there. Justice isn't just getting your way when you should be.
It's also suffering negative consequences.
It's also suffering negative consequences. So I talk about that. That wasn't my little guitar twang there. And that's true. You know, and so many people think my daughter's dad needs to be punished for what he's done. And, okay, what is this? And he's not. And it's frustrating to them. And this is people who know me, know my situation, know my daughter's dad, know the truth, know the lies he's telling, know that the testimony they have given in court that has been ignored. So they think, why am I being treated this way by the court? Why is my daughter being treated this way in the court? And why is he getting away with lying and cheating and stealing? And he's rewarded for it. And I said it's making a sick man sicker. You know, he had problems, and it's like going to court. Just they're rewarding this dysfunctional behavior. We're getting into legal abuse, and there for a while, I mean, it was really hard on me dealing with all this stuff. That year, I had to go a year, no contact with my little girl, when I was used to seeing her every day, and she's used to seeing me every day, and I'm going to court, you know, I'm looking at, you know, hearing back from the counselors, and what she's saying, and she's telling the counselors stuff like, and this is weeks after, I mean, and I didn't know she was going to go a year without seeing me. I really didn't think she would do that. I didn't think that any judge would do that to a 6.5-year-old. But one of the things she said several weeks after I disappeared was, most of all, she said, this is in the court. This is in the record of the court. This is in case notes from the counselor. My daughter said in late July, it's like 6 weeks after I disappeared, and I don't know what he told her about why I disappeared and why she couldn't see me and why she couldn't see her friends or anybody. I don't know what she was told. I still don't know. I never was told what was the explanation she was given for why she can't see her mom, unless he blamed it on court. And I'm thinking he must have blamed it on court, because she told the counselor, like 6 weeks after I got cut out, she said, most of all, I want my mom to win in court, but right now my dad's winning. And in like September, October of 2015, she was saying that she's worried about her mother. She's sad because she misses her mother. And this is all of this is in the record of the courts, in evidence, which is being ignored. And she was mad at her dad for keeping her from seeing her mom. Who told her that it was her dad who was keeping her from seeing her mom? It wasn't me, because I wasn't around to tell her that. So she's smarter than people think she is, and she could figure things out. And she's still saying those same things. She's still angry. She's still sad. She's still worried. She told the counselor she was afraid. She wondered if she'd ever see her mom again. She was worried because she thought her dad had put her mom in jail. Why would she think her dad might have put her mom in jail? Because he's called the police in front of her several times. He called the police to his house, and when she was there, complaining about me spanking her. And they said, I asked Laura, I said, well, what did they say? They said, well, they said, sorry, we can't help you with that. But it took me about a month to get my daughter straightened out, because every time she was doing something bad, she'd say, you can't spank me. I'll tell my dad, and he'll call the police and have you arrested. But she didn't want me to be arrested. But that's him calling the police to his house like that in front of my daughter. And there was another time he called the police. He was dropping us off, and And I was kind of being a jerk that day. But he was really late dropping her off, and I had a class I was going to. And I stood behind his car and told Delara a story. To spend 5 minutes standing behind her car, and he was annoyed. So I said, I'm leaving. I'm going to tell her this story, and then I'm going to leave. You made me wait. I'm going to make you wait. And that was not nice of me. But I did do it. And so we were getting in the car, and he opens the car door, and he looks out, and he said, black pants. So I told Delara, let's go. He's talking about black pants. So I get her back. We go back up to him, and he's in the car on the phone with the police, complaining about me. So why would Delara think I might be in jail? Why is because her dad calls the police all the time on me. And there's another time too. Okay. Me talking about Bad Moon Rising again. Back and forth. These videos May 2nd, and they pixelate. Whoop, they pixelate. They don't care if they're pixelated. They're still going to put them in their video here. So, just goes back and forth. And I did get my way. I did get my way. Nice second. And I've gained, I'm about 30 or 40 pounds, probably about 30 pounds heavier now than I was then.
Break it down and make a big scene, that's fine, because I'm putting my whole case out on Facebook too, and I'm exposing the corruption.
It's going back and forth. This video's got like 2.5 more minutes left. On the phone with the police department.
Ex-boyfriend, he's my daughter's dad. And nobody, our custody things in juvenile court, and not one thing he's done wrong. Not false child abuse allegations, not the false arrest, nothing. Nobody said food to him, and it's about time the police or somebody does something with him and discourages him from doing this. Saying I'm live. I'm going to try to sing a song before it gets all pixelated.
Yeah, see, and I sang before I went.
I'm telling you, I'm fixing to go to jail. If the police are still out there, I'm going to take my earrings off. I'm going to...
and they weren't still out there. They had left.
That'll save one of my friends from having to go take me. And if they're not still out there, I'm going to call them and say, come take me out, take me in.
Yeah.
Find out what the bond will
So I just, took care of my animals, told everybody what's going on, and then they were not out there. But I did sing this song.
I kind of hope the bond fund. I really need to get out.
I'd rather be out of jail than in jail. Yeah. I've got people who I can help. I can be more useful out of jail than in jail.
I have nothing to lose. I don't have a job. I'm on disability, so I don't have a job that they can take away from me, like harassing me, put me in jail.
And I feel sorry for the people who, other parents who are harassed by their exes. The stuff that's happening to me, my situation is not unique. The only thing unique about it is, well,
I'm in there, and I'm telling you, I'm there.
There's just, it's not really unique. It's a little bit different circumstances. Oh, what's that? What's that? Via Della Rosa. So, she think I've got a Messiah complex? Is that what that was? I don't know. I don't even know what a Messiah complex was.
I don't like it, but I'd rather be.
That was pretty neat. Didn't you think it was pretty neat how they stuck that in there?
That's my brother. I'll call him right back. I'm going to sing this song real quick.
Yes, so I sang. The
The
real message you can take from this. What is it?
Yeah.
What? Anticipation. Tell us. Wear a condom. That is exactly right. That's exactly right. Wear a condom. Yeah. I hope my daughter's dad sees this. He did not wear a condom. So, but I was still using 2 kinds of birth control. I was using 2 other kinds of birth control. But he could have used a condom. Oh, did you hear that? That was me singing. That That's me singing "Oh Freedom,"
I said, excuse me. I told
and it's on somebody else's video. Good grief!
It appears that we don't have any more.
That's Jennifer Wynn. They're even picking on Jennifer Wynn. Wow, I'm in good company. There's me.
There is a.
I can't remember her name.
I was chained the entire
She's in a
time.
different state. Look, they're doing these composite things. Wow.
3 team members right now.
Yeah.
They're being held hostage.
Yeah.
So that's my accomplices. You know, my phone is reported stolen, but now I need $200 to replace my phone. I'm a criminal? I'm just an addict.
Look at that. Look at this.
Called my accomplices.
I don't know who those other girls are. They're in a different state. I really like that Jennifer Wynn was on that. I wonder if Jennifer Wynn knows she's on here. I have to. Well, I don't know. She's busy. And Jennifer Wynn is like one of my heroes. Oh, this is just a 3-minute video. But it's got me in it and all these other people together. So they're making fun of us, ridiculing us, a whole bunch of us at once. So they're really getting a lot of mileage out of this one. They're not gonna, the trolls, they're not gonna ever say anything about people being wrongfully arrested or children suffering because they're taken from their parents for no good reason. And I'm not, that's the Lee Kenworthy case, and I'm really not familiar with that.
They refused me and they knew. They've been trying to get me arrested for 2 days for filming.
Gina, this is my singing rant, and people might want to, I want Laura to see this. People might want to come back later.
I'm not trying to make
I don't
money,
know
but
I don't know who
I
else.
have a $200 bill.
Honestly, everyone, GoFundMe, it's not instant.
I'm not trying to beg for money.
Yeah, we need money.
2 days and
Who doesn't need money? People bailing you out of jail.
getting donations, especially when we got the $3,000 donation.
I'm not trying to beg for money, but
Yeah.
It's like 5
I'm not trying to beg for money, but I'm begging for money.
I have been watching our live feeds. The judge
Yeah.
has been watching.
Yeah.
The court staff has been watching our live feeds, so they're probably watching this. They have my phone. Well, I've locked them out. I've reported my phone stolen. Why?
Man, I look bad in that. Look at me. Oh, that was one of my days where I look horrible. I don't care. I just gotta get my song out and get my pain and my outrage out. And
I
yeah,
don't want to be filmed.
we're not gonna quit. These old trolls, they can, I don't know. I really don't know what their goal is.
like
I don't know what else.
we're gonna come up with some other ideas.
I really don't know their story. I can't really comment on it.
So anyone who's really willing to help us, because right now we're on the
But I tell you, in every state, there are children who are suffering. There are parents who are suffering from injustice. And okay, I guess that's all that. Well, I'm glad I saw that. Saw that other one because that was interesting.
If you write anything.
So anyway, there's my answer. 43 minutes long. If anybody wants to know truth about me, they could find it. If they want to believe the lies about me, they can. I'm not trying. The only people I'm trying to convince are people who aren't ignorant on purpose. It's like the public needs to know. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. Maybe they're trying to say, oh, do you know Lydia Hubble? She's a racist drug addict, domestic violence, child abuser, or people, I'll tell you, when people, this is kind of good that they put this kind of defamatory stuff based on lies up there, because they're to me they're discrediting themselves, and and some people might believe that, but since I've been involved in court stuff And I've looked at the same things the judges are looking at in some cases, and coming to totally different conclusions than what they've come to. And it's obvious that a lot of the judges are corrupt. DCS, a lot of the DCS caseworkers will lie like the devil. The really screwed up things are going on, and I'm going to keep talking about them. And if people want to do stuff like this to try to discredit people like me, then they can do that. They should not be lying. But there again, the more they lie, the less impact they're likely to have on anything. Because I would hope people would be smart enough to, somebody lies about, a 9-year-old was taking this video. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to stop there.